Welcome, guys. Another Sunday night. I appreciate you guys joining me here. I am at the gym on location. I just finished up with the athlete program. Ryan's down at the other end. I told him to make an appearance. He might actually make it on a call. I'm not sure how long he'll stay. He might say hi. He might not. But he is in the building somewhere. Tonight's call, if you guys saw the topic, it's a little bit of tough love. And I hope you guys can handle it. Allison knows my tough love sometimes isn't the best. But honestly, it comes from a good place, and most of the time it's truth, and it's always, always, always from experience as to why I bring this out. So I'll just start off with why I think I'm bringing this out now. It's because I'm super mentally clear, and I'm not allowing anything really to knock me off of this place that I'm in just based on the challenge. And I will say this 75-day challenge has brought me to this place. And, you know, I've talked around the group and a lot of people have said the same, that they feel like they can crush out way more in a day. They can, you know, think more clearly. They're not getting hung up on things. They're absolutely not paying attention to any of the shit that's going on that doesn't serve them. And here we are, day 12, I believe the end of day 12, and I'm on a different level. I can go late into the evening. I can start early in the morning. My body doesn't feel like it used to feel. I'm working out twice a day, and that's a huge change. I wasn't working out at all prior to this challenge. I would work out once a week, intermittent here and there. It's pretty incredible. And again, the reason why I'm bringing this topic up is because I've had a lot of people come to me with woes or things why they can't do it, or not necessarily the challenge, just why they can't do anything that they're trying to do. And it comes down to how strong is your why. If your why is not fucking strong, you won't accomplish anything. You won't get what you want. You can write down your goals every day, every single Monday. But if your why behind it, again, isn't strong, you're spinning your wheels. It's like trying to outwork a bad diet. It's impossible. It just doesn't work. So you guys need to get super real. When people tell me their goals, but then I look at their actions and their Facebook, and they're doing different things. They're cooking food that, you know, isn't quite goal oriented. It becomes a problem. So it's one of those things that if you truly deeply want the help and assistance from the group, you're going to have to believe in yourself first, because it doesn't matter what the fuck we say. It doesn't matter how much advice we give you. If you don't believe in yourself first, and if your why is not strong enough, you will not succeed at what you set your goal to be. You just won't. You can't. It's impossible. So you guys need to challenge yourself to get rid of distraction. And I don't know how that can be done, but for you, like, everyone's different. When I saw the 75-day challenge, I said, that's me. I know that's me. That's my personality. That's what I love to do, instead of trying to write in a journal for 100 days. Fuck, I can't write in a journal for 2 days. Not going to lie. I pull my own teeth out to get into a journal. Like, it's so bad. I cannot stick to it. Sit down, open a book. What are you grateful for today? Every single day I put the same shit, but like, I'm not really in it. Right? But when I'm in this challenge, I start doing all the things that serve me. I start doing all the things that serve people around me. I only focus on what gets us ahead as a group. And in 12 days, I know that we're already further ahead based on my experiences, based on the group's experiences, based on the chat that we have going on amongst the people that are supporting the 75-day challenge. It's incredible. But you have to be so real with yourself and believe in yourself, or else you're stuck wanting others to help you. And you will never, ever, ever get enough help, because two things happen when someone else tells you something. Will that work for me? I probably won't, because I'm not them. You start doubting all the things that get said to you, and then you're going to do it the way you want to do it anyways. I remember growing up and my parents would tell me to do something and I'd be like, man, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to try it my way. I fuck it up and I go back and do it the way they told me to do it, and it worked. But I know I tried it my way first. I guarantee you we all do that. We've all done that. So searching for help within the group is great, that you can pull little tidbits that you might be able to apply. Just like when I read a book or listen to a podcast, it's like, oh, there's the nugget. My wife was saying to me the other night, and she's in bed reading the one thing, and she goes, man, this book is business oriented. This book is for business people. But I do really like that one thing that they talked about and this and that. And I told her to flip to the front. I'm just like, that's what the book's like. The book is called One Thing. I'm having this realization right now. And she's like, the one thing in the book. I'm like, if all you get is one thing out of the book, it's worth reading. Right? It's those little nuggets in life that get you through that you can apply, because I could speak for 35 minutes every Sunday night and you guys might get one thing every 3, 4, 5. Maybe you won't get anything until like week 10. But if you stop listening at week 9 because you didn't get anything out of the first 9 and then you missed the 10th one and you said, I don't want to listen because I didn't get anything out of it, I guarantee you if you stay the course and be consistent, you're going to get something out of it. If you start a diet and quit after 2 weeks, you know what you got out of it? Just a grocery bill. That's it. You don't get the results. You might see some quick results, but you might change right back. You fill yourself up and away it goes. You've got to do stuff for long enough in order to find out what you can remove and what you can re-enter or add in that can help you get towards or go towards your goal, right? I ask clients all the time, you guys need to track. Oh, that's boring. Oh, that's too hard. Oh, I don't have the time. Oh, you know what? You can give me 100,000 excuses, but if you don't do it, you stay the same place. I don't care who you are. If you don't know what you're eating, how can I help you? I've said this before. If you don't know what you're eating and you want to lose weight, how can I help you? I can get you moving if you show up. If you don't show up and you don't track your food, how can I help you? But you want my help. And this is a broad thing that you can, bring into your life in anything that you're applying yourself. If you don't show up and put in the work, how will you get the benefit, or how will you attain what you want? If you want to save for a house, but you don't go to work and you're not getting paid, how do you save for a house? You can't, you won't. If you bring your money home and you spend it on shit, you won't get what you want, right? It applies everywhere in your life. You've got to show up. You've got to put in the work. It's not easy. There's no shortcuts, absolutely none. I tried to take a shortcut today, counting 15 minutes of my outdoor workout based on building runs and walking lunges around the fucking building. I'm telling you it was 15 minutes because I know how long it takes me. But Allison over here is saying, no, that's a shortcut. I've had all day to rest. Like I was resting. I should have just raised the kids outside today. That would have counted the way they were going. But I can't take a shortcut to get the results. Guys, I'm down over 7 pounds now in 12 days. If I didn't do the work 5 years ago to teach me how to eat properly and count, I wouldn't be able to do it intuitively today. I am not counting a single thing because I know a portion size. I know when I'm full. I'm not eating any processed sugar. I'm not drinking pop. I'm not eating pizza, which I fucking am so sad about. I had this, what is it, cauliflower shit? Honestly, what is it called? Veg to the edge or some shit? I don't even know. It's great marketing that I don't know, but it's called cauliflower pizza. And it had like the thinnest translucent, it's like an albino fish. You can see right through it, layer of cheese. And I was like, oh my God. But I know that it takes sacrifice to get what you want. I had this conversation with my wife and we're talking about houses and what we want the kids to grow up in and all this other stuff. And we're like, man, this house kind of, like, we have an Airbnb. It's great. Kind of sucks because it doesn't really allow us to expand in the house. There's no space. We're on top of each other. We get super stressed out because there's 1,000 toys in only this one spot that they can go in. And then we started saying, well, if we moved, what about our friends? I said, we don't have friends because we gave them up. We got the kids. That's all we have right now. We don't hang out. I don't drink. I don't need to drive out of places. We don't need to move. Like, it's just so many things that you notice and realize that you're, oh, what do I have to give up? No, you've probably already given it all up. You just haven't given up the idea in your head that you don't have that stuff anymore, that it's not important to you anymore, that your goals have changed, your life has changed, you've evolved as a person, your circle has shrunk, but yet you let all these little tiny influences in to give their opinion on how you should live your life. But I'm going to tell you, you're the only one that gets to do it. No one else. At the end of the day, like I've said before, you go in the ground by yourself, morbid as it is. but that's the truth, right? So live today now the way you want to, and if you have a fucking goal, stick to it. Dig deep, figure out what you want and how you'll actually get there and the steps it takes. The best thing you can do in the group is ask somebody, hey, how did you get to where you are today? And then you're going to hear their steps. And then one of those steps might be your stepping stone towards your goal. But if you want them to call you all the time or text you and get to the gym, you know what? You got to do it for yourself. Jen this morning, one of the members in the IC, she said to me, was it this morning or Saturday? I think it was Saturday, actually. She's rowing outside. And I just asked, where's your crew? She goes, I don't know. They're not here. And I said, that doesn't matter, does it? I said, you're here, and this journey is for you. And she goes, you know what? I thought about texting them too. And I said, it doesn't even matter. I'm here. That's all that matters. I'm the one doing the work. I can't do it for them. They can't do it for me. So I don't really care. Like, I can send messages until I get blue in the face, but if they don't come, it's not up to me. And that was a big thing for her. And she even said, she goes, it took me a while to get to this point, but now I'm at that point. And I don't think she'll be stopped now. I think she's well on her way to getting every goal that she wants. If you reach out to her and ask her to kind of give you an idea of how she got to where she is mentally now, it's Jen Moody. She's awesome. She's tearing it up. Her and her sister and her mom, the three of them have latched on to each other. Yes, but they're not doing it only if the other one does it. So if you're afraid to go somewhere and do something for yourself, it's because you don't believe you can do it on your own. But at the end of the day, there's no one there to hold your hand. Allison, I can't swing your kettlebells for you. As much as you hate them in the air bike, I can't do it for you. Right, Linda? That's right. Lisa, I can't do your hack squats for you when you hate them. I won't do them for you either. I got to do my own. Fuck doing everybody else's. I got to do my own. Ryan's sitting over here, and honestly, he wants to buy a new house. I'm not going to buy it for him. He's out here grinding, right? He's working hard. He's got his goals. He's one of the strongest working people and hardest working people that I know. But he gets it. He believes in himself, and he's pushing towards that. We've got this athlete program in a city that's full of athlete coaches, but I don't think anybody's doing it the way we're doing it. And we're starting off ground level because we believe we can make an impact in the community, in the high schools with these young kids of not only getting them stronger, faster, better, but teaching them discipline, teaching them respect. I had the one kid down there, and I think he's 15 years old, and he was using slang. I would say, hey, you need to do it like this. And he just, I said, you will say okay or yes. Not I don't even know what that word is. And he laughed. And I said, are you taking it seriously? For the rest of the session, he answered properly. And it was impressive. And he's 15. And that's the tone that I've just set for him from here on out. Because I want him to get to the better level. I want him to get to the next level. But he has to believe that he's here for a reason. I asked him, why are you here? And he said, because I want to get stronger, faster, and to be healthy. Coming from a 15-year-old. That's a profound response from a 15-year-old. And then I added discipline for him. And then I talked about listening to his coaches as he grows up. And I talked about listening to everyone in the world and handling it with respect and composure and stuff like that in between his sets. And honestly, if that's the only time I ever see the kid, I know I made an impact on his life, and that's all that matters. And that's what I'm trying to do on a daily basis. Ryan's alluded to some of the 3 questions he posted when Trish reached out there on the Inner Circle, and Ryan posed those 3 questions of asking yourself, who did I help? Those series of questions, you can go back, we can highlight it. It's true. Those simple reflective questions can propel you into a more positive state. And I think you'll have a much better life. Just always, thinking about those 3 questions or thinking about who you can impact. I'm listening to the podcast, Andy Frisella, based on the challenge. I'm hooked on it. And he just says that significance and, like he was talking about being famous and being significant. There are a lot of famous people in the world that aren't doing shit, he said, to quote him. And this is the world with social media, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. We can get caught up. Like Sarah said the other day, my wife said, oh, how did they get their daughter to sit still? She's so well behaved that she can sit on a counter while they make pizza. I said, that's a 1-second photo, and I guarantee that kid's not sitting there still. But they made it look really fucking good for 1 second. But yet we compared, our kids don't sit still. I was like, their kid doesn't sit still either. Get off that shit and stop thinking like that. And she's like, oh yeah, that probably makes sense. I'm like, yeah, but it's so easy to get caught up in that kind of stuff. It's so easy to think someone's doing the best of the best. It's so easy when you look and compare to all this muscles and abs and cars and stuff. You know what? Anybody can get a loan, right? And anybody can put in hard work. But if you don't want to and you don't believe in yourself, you will end up with nothing or less. And the last bit of tough love is winners win and losers lose. That's it. Winners win and losers lose. You just get to decide if you want to win or not. But I promise you, if you don't want to win, you will continue to lose. You will always take that L. And I promise you, the only time you want to take an L is when it's a team event and it humbles you. Not in life, though. Don't take L's. But if you do, there's lessons to be learned. You don't always have to be a loser. I'm going to open the floor for 1 second here. I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's unmute. I'm unmuting you, Trish.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you for opening up to the group, and giving yourself up to be vulnerable is actually growth, whether you think it is or not, or, you know, put yourself in that position is difficult to do. It's easier, yes, behind a computer screen, but it's still real, still very, very real. And I know based on the words you use and some of the tone that you have that you're not a believer just yet. And that's okay, right? It's okay. Some of the replies, you just have to be mindful of how you speak to yourself and how you treat yourself. When you start speaking to yourself the way you speak to your best friend, you will become your best friend.
I just don't know how to do that, though.
You already do it to someone else, so start doing it to yourself. You're very nice to me. It is very difficult because we always put ourselves last.
Yeah.
There's books that tell you to be last. Everything in the world tells you to be something else for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's always focused. Every show, every commercial is like, be something for someone else. Just be it for you. Right? Like, do it for yourself. You say there's not enough hours in the day. You don't have enough time for yourself. You let things get away. I'm telling you, you got 168 hours in a week and you can't do one a week, because I guarantee you that you're doing 0 right now for yourself.
Yep.
One, Trish, 1 fucking hour a week.
Okay.
It starts there. I promise you, you'll feel way better. You will absolutely feel way better. When I went through that whole tough love speech, your head was nodding. Yes, you're making notes. There's a lot of stuff you're reflecting on, right?
Yeah.
It's real. It's so real for you right now, and you're in the right zone. I've seen so many people like yourself go through the transition that you're on. You feel this high because you signed up. But when you signed up for the gym, you created another problem. You know what that problem was? You actually have to show up at the gym.
Well, yeah.
And then if you don't show up at the gym, you create another problem. You know what that other problem is?
Because I'm mad because I didn't go.
Right. So when you don't go, and then you look at your bank account when the membership comes out again, and you didn't go, then you've created another problem. You're like, now I'm out money, I'm out results, and I'm out. But then you blame things for it.
Yeah.
But I promise you, it's all on you. Taking extreme ownership over everything that you do is going to be a key for your growth going forward. I promise you that. And what I mean by that is, yes, things can happen to you, but you are in control of how you react. You're in control of your emotions post of it. It's not to say that you don't have to have emotion, or you can't get mad, or you can't have bad days. You can have all of that, but you get to choose how you have it. You get to choose if you let it bug you for 10 hours or 12 hours or 20 hours or 2 weeks or 3 months. You have to make those choices in order to go forward. But if you still stay in this old mindset and you still stay in these old decision-making processes that you've always done, how do you expect new to come? If you dig up a bulb tulip every year and you put it back in, does it grow?
Yes.
So be like that, right?
Okay.
Don't keep planting the same shit that's dead.
Okay.
Sense?
Yeah.
Be a tulip.
That's quite the analogy, but thank you.
I try to be a little awkward with my analogies because they stand out.
I will remember that one.
That's what we're going for. Lisa,
Yes.
your mindset
Yes.
shifted.
Oh, it's huge. Yep.
Talk about the momentum that you have now, knowing that you've already gone through what Trish is going through. It's different.
Oh,
Yours is different. Different reasons, different life, different problems. But guys, every single second of the day, we create a new problem by making a decision. Every decision we make is a new problem to be solved. We are problem solvers. That's human nature. Lisa has been a problem solver, but solving it towards less stress. Now she's in momentum phase. What's next for you?
I just want to keep going. Like to me right now, there's no end. Like this is just, I want this just to be, just keep on going. Like I feel so good. Like I'm moving better. The mind clarity is there. I just want this to keep on going.
And want and will are the words that will help you.
Yeah.
When we start saying, I hope it does, that's when we kind of don't have hope. Well, I hope I make it to the gym. Well, what are you hoping for? Just go, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I hope I meal prep. What do you mean you hope you meal prep? You're either going to do it or you're not. It's like, I hope I can lift that weight. Hey, Ryan, I hope I can lift that deadlift tomorrow. Ryan's laughing at me. Just doesn't make sense when we talk like that. When you start hearing yourself say shit like that, I don't know what you have to do. Hit yourself, pinch yourself, slap yourself, pay a jar $1. I don't give a fuck what you do, but just know that talk doesn't serve you.
Mm-hmm.
Once you remove that talk from your life, you can then go solve problems. Richest people in the world solve the biggest problems, the hardest problems. And I'm talking about rich mentally, physically, wealthy, all that kind of stuff. Every single platform that you can possibly want in your life, whether it be money, freedom, mentally, all that stuff, you have to solve the biggest, hardest problems. And if you shy away from those problems, they will solve you.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be left with absolutely nothing or less.
Yeah.
All right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
See a head nod. Yes. Yes. Jennifer, are you nodding yes? Don't look, just nod. Stop looking. All right, guys, that's the momentum for me. I'm pumped about this week going forward. I'm pretty clear. I know I have some shit ahead of me. It's 8:56. I got 45 minutes outside. Fuck. Don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it here around the gym. Can't go home until it's done. I was going to build a rack tonight. Probably not happening. But yeah. Tough love. It's good love. It comes from the heart. I appreciate all of you guys. Allison, I hope you get that situation solved. Pain in the lips. Yeah, that's not good. All right, guys. I am unmuting you all to say goodnight. Thank you for joining me. Say goodnight, Ryan. Well, listen to that song. Who's listening to music while we're on a conference call? That is Jennifer.
I'm in the car.
Oh my God. Hilarious. All right, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Appreciate you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.